And if your life is feeling a little topsy-turvy, that could be due to us having our second Mercury retrograde of the year.
Of course. Now, you may have heard of this, but do you know what it actually means? And trust us, it's not all bad. So here to help us break it down is the creator of Pittsburgh Astrology, Sadie Hamm. We are so happy to have you here with your fun shoes. We love your shoes.
Oh my God, thank you.
Gotta point them out.
Thank you.
I have long heard about Mercury being in retrograde, being blamed for technology mishaps and everything in between.
Oh yeah.
But what does it really mean?
Okay, so astrologically, when a planet goes into retrograde, that means that the planet, when it's in the sky above us, appears to be moving backwards instead of forwards. And now this is a trick of perspective that's basically caused by a fast-moving planet lapping the Earth in its orbit, or a slower-moving planet that we lap. Either way, it's not actually going backwards. But if you think about the ancient Babylonians, the ancient Greeks who created the system of astrology that we use today, they're watching this happen in the sky and going, oh my God, the planet that we know to be going always this way is going backwards. And so that signals, you know, an upending of their universe. And it can be pretty scary if you don't know any better. So when a planet is in retrograde, there's this idea that, you know, planets in astrology kind of have dominion over certain aspects of our life. And then if that planet is in retrograde, it kind of takes its hand off the wheel and maybe reveals its shadow self. And it's just generally not as helpful as it usually is.
Oh, okay. So what should we expect when Mercury is in retrograde? You alluded to things happening in our lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Mercury is a planet that controls our health, it controls travel, and the big one, it controls communication.
Which is why, Mikey, you could not send the videos over WeTransfer this
Oh my
morning.
gosh!
I
Mercury in retrograde.
Trying to send these videos for 24 hours and they would not upload.
Right, and it's like, you know, glitches in technology communication happen all the time. It's so yummy to have something to point to and blame a little bit and just be like, oh, Mercury is in retrograde. It's a moment that we can all share. So even if you don't like capital B believe in astrology, it's still like a fun shorthand to just be like, Mercury's in retrograde, everything's going crazy. It's like a moment where we can kind of laugh about mishaps and relax instead of like freaking out and being like, why won't this work? Just like,
oh, I love that.
Hands off the wheel.
Had we known this morning how we put 2 and 2 together, we would have blamed Mercury.
Yeah,
100%. So what are some do's and don'ts if you do capital B believe in it? And we want to avoid all of the wrong. What are some do's and don'ts when it is in retrograde?
Absolutely. So I will also say this Mercury in retrograde, which will go until August 17th, is in the sign of Leo. And Leo is dramatique, it's fiery, it's expressive. You have one
I have one too.
Yeah. So you know how maybe an argument with a Leo is not just an argument between two people, it's an argument between everybody somehow. And so when Mercury is in retrograde in Leo, these mishaps might happen on a big stage. They might be big blowups. I think the best example is that CEO getting caught cheating on the Jumbotron at the Coldplay concert. Mercury in retrograde.
We love Mercury for that one.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's about justice. You know what I mean?
I'll use the word that you used before, yummy.
So yummy.
You have we're going to play a little game, so tell us how this works.
Okay, so these are do's and don'ts of Mercury in retrograde. The red side is the don't, so let's read that one first, and then the green side, you just flip over the little card, and that's the do. And we'll kind of get a feel of, you know, maybe what to look out for Mercury in retrograde.
Are we reading? Should we pull
Yeah,
it out?
go for it.
All right, so red we read first?
Yes.
Okay. Don't fire off that angry email. Ooh.
Don't do it.
It's in my draft. It's in my draft.
That is so smart. Draft it and then don't ever put the recipient in there before you're absolutely sure you're going to send it. Yeah.
I made that mistake before.
Mercury in retrograde, we will accidentally hit send. It will go off.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do ask a friend to proofread.
It's just always good to check over your work in general, but especially during Mercury in retrograde, you know, just be like, hey, does this sound unhinged? Is this going to get me
fired?
What
if the friend's unhinged too? That's
you got to pick about a friend for this. You got to get a Virgo to do this for you.
So don't post about it on Maine.
Don't do it. Yeah, so especially during Mercury in retrograde in Leo, we're gonna have these big feelings. We're gonna wanna act quick and like think later, and that's never a good strategy, but especially now. So maybe just breathe through it a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah, do practice patience and perspective.
Exactly. You know, our emotions are like clouds in the sky. You know, you watch them go by. You don't always have to be like, that cloud, and take a big picture and make a big stink about it, you know?
Last one, don't text your ex. Wasn't planning on it.
Don't.
If you were, don't do it.
Look,
okay.
ex-recidivism is a thing. People do sort of like get a little nostalgic. They have a glass of wine. They start texting their ex. Don't do it, but especially don't do it right now.
Do consider what you've learned since dating them.
Yes, Mercury in retrograde is a great time to kind of take stock and think about the lessons you've learned, you know, like gain perspective. And it's really nice to maybe journal it out, and it's okay to be nostalgic. You know, it's okay to miss somebody, but like, don't send the "you up" text.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Yeah,
All right.
don't do it.
We are so over in the segment, but is there any sign that benefits during Mercury being in retrograde right now?
Ooh, you don't think so?
No? Okay.
Yeah.
We're all in trouble.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
You're
Sadie.
so very welcome. Stay safe out there.
If you are interested in learning more about Pittsburgh Astrology and the services that Sadie offers, we're going to link you up on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh, and you got to follow her.
I know.